What's going on, everyone? My name is Rich. This is Theme Park Motivation, and I'm going to talk a little bit about Top Thrill 2. I'm going to tell you about certain things that you should know before riding this coaster, before even getting in line. I'm going to get into that, as well as talk about my experience for opening weekend at Cedar Point for the 2025 season. I'm going to tell you about the miserable conditions, as well as my experience on this incredible coaster and where I think this thing ranks in Cedar Point's lineup. Opening weekend at Cedar Point for the 2025 season was a major disappointment, or was it? What started off as a miserable day on Saturday also ended up starting out as a miserable day on Sunday. But around 1 o'clock, things started taking a turn for the better. And being that nobody showed up and the park was pretty much empty all day Sunday, we were able to get on all kinds of rides, including Maverick, Steel Vengeance. But if you went to Cedar Point on Saturday and Sunday expecting to ride Top Thrill 2, well, you would have been highly disappointed, as only a few people were able to ride this coaster on Saturday and nobody rode it on Sunday at all, as they ran numerous test cycles Sunday to try and get this thing over the top hat, and it just kept rolling back. Now, from my understanding, they have a certain number of cycles that have to clear the top hat before they're able to clear the ride to open for the day. And unfortunately, on Sunday, Top Thrill 2 just seemed to struggle to make it over that top hat. This thing rolled back numerous times. I counted 3 times in a row at one point. It wasn't looking good for this coaster. There was high winds and nasty rain all day. It did get better towards the later part of Sunday, but unfortunately, the winds just never died down, at least not enough to get this coaster operational for the day. Now, if you're like me, you were highly disappointed with this coaster for the 2024 season. I didn't make it there for opening weekend, unfortunately, and I really paid the price not getting to ride this thing during the 6 days that it was open. But I'll tell you what, it was worth the wait, because this coaster is absolutely incredible. It is a pure adrenaline rush, and I enjoyed every minute of it. This was me and my buddy Dustin right after we got off of this coaster and our first initial thoughts.
Just got off of Top Thrill 2. It's absolutely incredible. We all really enjoyed it. Swanee, what did you think of Top Thrill 2?
Oh my gosh, it was an adrenaline rush. Absolutely. For this adrenaline junkie, it was perfect. I got my absolute fix on that.
Yeah.
One thing that's worth mentioning, if you have stuff to put in a locker, I would highly recommend paying the extra $3 and putting your stuff in the lockers over by Magnum XL 200. With the way that this system works, that $3 might be worth it in the form of time. It can cost you quite a bit of time if you opt to use the free lockers at Top Thrill 2, as you pretty much have to get in a separate queue line to do this. As far as Fastlane Plus goes, I would highly recommend getting this, as it will greatly reduce the amount of time you have to wait to get on this amazing coaster. On a busy day, I could imagine that this line would see upwards of 2-3 hours at certain times of the day. And considering a single-use Fastlane for Top Thrill 2 is $30 per person, I honestly don't think that's worth it, but that's just my opinion. I think that paying the $125 to $200 for the all-day Fastlane Plus is a better value, but that's just me. If you're looking to go to Cedar Point for the 2025 season, I would say wait until Siren's Curse is open, or go there now and experience Top Thrill 2, but Siren's Curse looks to be an incredible coaster as well. This layout looks great, and definitely that tilting aspect will offer a very unique coaster for this park. If you're wondering where I think Top Thrill 2 fits in the Cedar Point lineup, well, I would say it's probably number 3. I really love Steel Vengeance and Maverick, and I would say this is the next best coaster. The airtime going over that top hat, that's pretty intense, especially if you're in the back row. The first initial launch wasn't that punchy at all, very similar to the launch on Pantheon going over the top hat there. But the two launches that I really enjoyed were the reverse launch and then of course the 120 mile an hour launch over the top hat. The best recommendation I could give anybody is pretty much to just wait. And by that I mean I would wait until Siren's Curse opens up so you can experience that as well as Top Thrill 2. One thing I'll say is Top Thrill 2 isn't going to be the most reliable coaster. This coaster had numerous issues throughout the day. It broke down quite a few different times, and I would just say they've got to get all the kinks worked out on this thing, and I think it'll be very efficient and reliable once they get those worked out. So I would say let this thing play out for the next couple of weeks, and then I would try and plan a trip to Cedar Point. So my question for everyone else is, where do you think Top Thrill 2 will fall in the Cedar Point lineup? Do you think this will be the best coaster in the park? Do you agree with me that it's probably number 3 or 4? Be sure to comment below. And as always, thanks for watching. Really do appreciate it. If you wouldn't mind just hitting that like button, really does help me out a lot. Be sure to follow me on Facebook at Richard Albertson, Theme Park Motivation, and follow our page as well. Take care, everyone. Have a great day.
Our stuff. Find it right here if you could.